Oh, hi. I thought I'd get on here again. It's been a minute, you know. I've been pretty busy with, seizures and life and music and art and work and all sorts of things. I've been making all sorts of things, and I now have a little puss who's actually a very big puss, and she's down here, so if you hear her meowing or rubbing against the thing that the camera's on, the word escapes me. Lots of things escape me. Huh. How many? So anyway, I wanted to get on here because I haven't done a video in a while, and I just wanted to tell a ghost story, something that actually happened to me um, a million years ago, around the turn of the last century. I worked at Hobo's restaurant and lounge downtown Portland, and it was in a really old building. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, I worked at Hobo's Restaurant and Lounge in downtown Portland, Oregon, and it had been there for probably 30 years at this point, and this was around the turn of the last century, like I said before. And it was a great old piano bar, the old school type with a pianist, I think like 5 nights a week, and sometimes there'd be like a stand-up bassist and somebody singing. And it was sort of a classy joint, if you will, especially if you didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. But that is the place I first saw a ghost. In fact, I'm trying to remember if I've seen other ghosts, and I don't think that I have. But this was actually something that I saw. So when you walked in, you would come down along the bar, and then there was a second room that was the dining room, and it had a host stand so say you're at the host stand now looking out towards the restaurant, you're actually looking at the kitchen, which you can't see, it's just a wall, and then stairs going up above the kitchen. And above the kitchen was a seating area that was used for overflow seating, mainly for like Valentine's Day and maybe New Year's and some other holidays where like a lot of people would go out to eat. And they had really like nice food. And yeah, so it was often very, very busy. Anyway, so this happened to me on a Sunday night, and I had gotten there and I was behind the host stand. And I was just checking the reservations for the night, and I heard what was like a sound. Like it was a sound, and it caused me to look up, and their tables were all along the edge of the room up there, and there was just a railing. So I looked up there, and I see that there's a man up there sitting at one of the tables, and he bumped into the table, and then he walks along the edge of the rail, but the rail and the tables are between me and him. And he walks along, and then he gets to the brick wall, and he turns around and sits down with his back against the wall, and I can't see him anymore. So I'm all, okay, we have a drunk patron up there. He obviously wandered up there and doesn't know what's going on or whatever. When you work at a bar, you see all sorts of crazy things. And so I go up there and I'm like, sir, and there's nobody up there. Like, I didn't question that it was a person. I saw them and I heard them. So I called down to my other bartender, Nathan, and was like, could you please turn the lights on up here? Because I was like, there's no way that this person is just not here anymore. But there was nobody up there. There's no other way out but that stairwell. The one stairs going up there is the only way out. And so, yeah, that was my big ghost story. And I was just floored by that. I mean, there was some definite other weird stuff that went on in that bar. They would do the Shanghai Tunnel tours, which is where, well, I'll save that for another story. I want to read up on it a little bit more, and then I can talk about my experiences with it too. But anyway, I just wanted to share that story. I hope everybody's doing well. It's really extremely cold and rainy today. It's the first day of summer. So I'm in my summery black and my jewels, and I just wanted to say hey and tell you a story. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh. God, I'm a dork.